he said he's currently no, before the court. He was forwarded the court. My question is, did he admit it to the act before he been charged, and why is his process so speeded as compared to Brian McGill case?
Thank you. That's an excellent question. Mr. Judge denies the allegation, uh, and during the investigation, the difference between this case and the Bonnie case, everything that we did, I think you heard me list all the steps we took here in the Bonnie case. Everything we did could not connect or put Mr. McGill on the scene of the crime. From the whole analysis of the CCTV footage, the GPS locator, the cell phone analysis, the geospatial data analysis, everything. Nothing put Mr. McGill anywhere near the alleged crime scene. In this case, we've been able to use the phone with the same methods, the GPS locator, the phone with the phone record analysis and everything, and we've been able to put Mr. Jala within the vicinity of the crime. There have witnesses who have also put the suspect in Mr. Jala's residence. So this is completely different. To arrest. Like I said here, Mr. Jala is innocent until proven guilty. But the reason why he's tried is because there's a probable cause to try him at this point in time. That's the difference between the two cases. Thank you.
So with that, we call the press meeting to an end. Thanks for coming and happy New Year.
Thank you all.
Over to the Inspector General of Police for the update on this investigation. So, yeah.
Thank you. Good morning to all, and happy and a prosperous new year to each and every one of us, and everyone out there listening to this press briefing. Members of the press, fellow Liberians, the Liberian National Police has convened this briefing to provide a comprehensive, transparent, and evidence-based update on three separate but serious criminal investigations that have attracted significant public attention. These cases underscore the fundamental principles that guide the Liberian National Police. To go over them, we'll look at the protection of victims, especially children and other vulnerable persons, strict adherence to due process and presumption of innocence. 3, decisions driven by evidence, not public pressure, speculation, or social media narratives. I will address each case individually, outline the investigative steps taken, clarify the outcome reached, and this will be done based on facts and law. Case 1, we'll look at the J. Brian McGill case. That has been a long ongoing investigation. The Alberta National Police conducted an extensive multi-layered criminal investigation following a rape allegation involving a 14-year-old minor and Mr. J. Brian McGill. The key investigative actions taken included the following: GSM call data and cell site location analysis, independent GPS location verification, review of available CCTV footage, and full DNA analysis conducted through international forensic partners. The findings: the telecommunication and GPS data conclusively excluded Mr. McGill's presence at the alleged crime scene during the relevant time. CCTV footage did not support claims of his presence. The DNA forensic results, which have now been received, excludes Mr. McGill as a contributor to biological material recovered from the victim's clothing. While unidentified male DNA was detected, they were matched against Mr. Brian McGill's DNA and it came back without any connection. Based on the totality of digital forensic and physical evidence, the Alberta National Police exonerated Mr. Brian McGill from this investigation. However, I must emphasize, the investigation remains open and efforts are ongoing to identify the unknown DNA contributor. This case demonstrates that the LNP will protect victims without sacrificing fairness, objectivity, or due process. It is our hope that the family of the victim will continue to cooperate with the police for us to work together and bring the perpetrator, who is still out there, to justice. The second case has to do with Mr. Peter Bonjala, following a formal complaint filed on January 5th, 2026 concerning repeated sexual abuse of a 16-year-old minor. The investigative findings, medical examination confirmed findings were consistent with sexual abuse. The victim provided detailed time-specific accounts. Independent witnesses corroborated the victim's presence at the defendant's residence, and GSM forensic analysis placed the suspect within the vicinity of the crime scene during the relevant period under investigation. Statements provided by the defendant were materially contradicted by the witness and forensic evidence. Legal action based on probable cause. The Alberta National Police has formally charged Mr. Peter Bonjala with the following charges from the revised penal law, the revised penal code: rape, statutory rape, sodomy, chapter 14.70, gang rape, chapter 14.702, kidnapping, chapter 14.501. The defendant has been forwarded to court, and the matter now lies before the judiciary. The accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The victim's identity has been fully protected by law. This case reflects LNP's commitment to swift, victim-centered, and evidence-based prosecution where facts support criminal charges. The third case has to do with Mr. Joseph Butler. If you all do remember, there was a video posted on social media of some children putting up some level of foul words, and it claimed the attention of the police and general public. As such, a swift investigation was launched, and Mr. Butler was arrested following the circulation of that harmful video on social media. Our key finding: the victims are the defendant's biological children, aged 5 and 6 years. The defendant admitted to producing and posting the video. Investigations confirmed that the content was harmful, degrading, and exploitative. The videos were created as a part of income generation through social media activity. Mr. Butler has been charged and subsequently forwarded to court. His charges include the following: subjecting children to harmful practices, Section 16.15 of the Children's Act of 2011, subjecting children to exploitation or abuse by a parent or service provider, Section 16.10 of the Children's Act of 2011, endangering the welfare of children, Section 16.4 of the Children's Act of 2011, and disseminating obscene materials, which comes from Chapter 18, Section 18.7 of the Penal Law of Liberia. The defendant is now before the court and is left with the court to make further decisions. Parental authority does not excuse exploitation, or social media is not a shield against accountability. Across these three cases, the Liberia National Police has acted independently, professionally, without fear or favor, and within strict conformity to the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Will protect the victims, safeguard due process, resist misinformation, and allow the court's not public opinion to determine guilt or innocence. We urge the public and the media to rely on verified information released by the Liberia National Police, refrain from speculation, mis and disinformation, or victim shaming, respect the integrity of ongoing judicial process. The Liberia National Police remains resolute in its duty to protect life, dignity, and the rule of law. In closing, I would like to thank the general driving public for the level of cooperation so far with law enforcement that we are experiencing while we go through this engineering process on the Tottenham Boulevard. We're asking all road users to be responsible as those they see in the lane. It is very unfair and inconsiderate for those who would decide to use the opposite lane. Everybody's trying to get home. If we all stay in our lanes, we might get home a little slower. We don't have one bit of right above anyone else who you see taking the time in the lane. It's irresponsible for anyone to get on the opposite lane, endanger yourself, endanger the lives of others, just to be able to rush. We're warning those who have put security devices on their vehicles that are not security related to remove them. The police have been instructed that they are continuing to take them off and will be more aggressive towards removing them. So you are advised to take your time, go back to the same phone, put in your car to remove it. We don't have the tools that you use to put it there, but we see you will take it off. Whatever means possible, we remove it. Thank you.
With the updates being given, we now take questions. You will raise your hand kindly and then state your name and your institution, and you will be recognized. You take the first question.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Michael, and I report for Sky FM. I have three concerns quickly. My first concern has to do with the issue of the Solomon. It's alleged that that PCL occurred December 2025, and from that date up to now, it is today the police come up with this update. It is because of public pressure that caused the police today to come up with this update. Secondly, on the issue of Mr. Mandel, why is it that the Brian Mandel case is taking this long to be concluded? And B, to that question, given a prolonged investigation, why should the public trust the police if there is an outcome of this case?
Okay. So, Michael, I think you just heard me say clearly here you should rely on the police as a source of information and not speculation. This issue was reported to the police on January 5th. So, wherever you got that information about it happening in December, we are not aware of it. And listen, we don't run this department on social media. We don't even follow the pressure. Don't even think what you're doing like even pressure. Everybody entitled to their free speech. They can say anything and write anything over it. It will not force us to do not put one bit of pressure on us to do anything outside of the confines of the law. We stay within the confines, we make sure when we stand up here, we have gathered sufficient information to inform the public. This is the right time, this is the best time that we can come up with something that is concrete to give to the public. people are out there making their own statements and stuff. This is the official remark as far as this particular issue is concerned. Look, these cases, I mean, they're not, when people are accused, we don't just go ahead and just rush and put things because of emotions and stuff. We have to do thorough investigation to present a factual and evidence-based case to court. The Brian McGill case, we exhausted every avenue that was available to us here in Liberia. And when it came to the last area that we think about to look into, which was the DNA component, the facility to do it did not exist yet. It took us months and months engaging partners to ask for help until we finally got a connection with one that even when we engaged with one that we had to go back and forth to establish a memorandum of understanding. So now the pathway is clear. Even at the Brian McGill case now opens a pathway for us to have speedy access to these facilities. So going forward, definitely, I mean, it won't take us as long as the Brian McGill case took us. But I mean, this is the first time that we've been able to establish partnership with a forensic laboratory that's willing to take on our samples and do these analysis for us quickly. As I speak to you today, the clothing that was found on the victim in the Ondala case was carefully preserved. Uh, DNA samples are being collected from Mr. Jala. DNA samples collected from the victim. It's going to be on Ethiopian Air probably as I speak. It's on its way right now to Rwanda for analysis as well. Thank you. And look, the public, I mean, we try to be as accountable and transparent as possible to build trust and legitimacy with the people. It's okay for people to believe that these things will just be on 2 3 hours when you're just working. That this is investigation. It takes time. You're accusing people. You have to make sure you do it and do it to the best of your ability. So we ask the public to remain calm, trust the process, and we will do what is right and what is best in the interest of the rule of this country. Thank you.
Okay, RD, my name is Mark Comfy and I report for the local daily. I listened to you once upon a time that you condemned some musicians who use profane languages. And then there's this music that is popular right now in Liberia from Crystal and King Dennis. I've not heard police say anything about it. You see that your concern on it?
Well, I mean, that has not been brought to my attention, but listen, the angle from which I engaged the last song was not to in any way interfere with artists' creativity. Was just from a point of reminding people of our own moral responsibility to society. Uh, if there is something out there that someone believes comes to brought our attention to investigators to look into it and see what is available on the law, what actions can be taken. But let me make it clear. I mean, our intervention is not meant try to suppress anyone's creativity. It's just to make sure that we all respect each other in the society. Remember that we have young children who we want to see in the proper examples for the future. And it is everyone's responsibility to do so to make sure that these young children pick up what is right to support this nation for the future of March.
Okay, yeah, so my name is Watson Riches, and I report for the Verity newspaper. So my concern has to do with the minor, the 16-year-old minor. What is a health starter right now? Where is he currently?
The minor is uh, a very serious state. He is under medical care. It's the doctors are doing all they can to restore him to health. Ask that each and every one in the party to say a prayer for him, for his safety, for his health, and for more strength and a mental strength as well to continue as we go through this case. Thank you.
One last one.
Follow up.
Yeah, you can do follow up, but let's take,
Yeah, so
yeah,
just
follow up.
a follow up on that. It is alleged that
two guys are on the run. Because how far away they are in search of those two guys.
So we have not gotten the identity of the other two. It's the only person who can help us at this point in time is the accused, and as of yet, the accused is still contradicting the accusation that's being investigated. So when we get when the analysis is done on the victim's clothes, we will be watching to see how many DNA samples will be picked up from the clothes, and that will give us more information as per the victim's claim as well.
Yeah, Honorable RG and Q was more in a report for the informal and movement. My concern has to do with the last time you appeared at the legal press briefing, you mentioned about the decision by the LNP to use Mr. Brian McGee case as an unprecedented case of conducting autopsy. And this time again, you are mentioning an autopsy concerning another high-profile official of government. Do you hope to see more of these autopsies being done holistically when it comes to ordinary citizens or into rehabilitation?
Okay, so unfortunately, you did not get me right. I did not speak about anything about autopsy in the case. I spoke about doing further forensic investigation using DNA analysis. Like I said, the environmental case opened a pathway of support for us to have access to be able to do more DNA analysis. So because this case, because we're looking out to partners, now we have a memorandum of understanding with the forensic. We have these kind of investigations to be done. It's not just because of him. It's not just because of high profile. These are things that are needed. Okay, I don't want to back your hand shot. These are things that you've got to have to support your evidence when you set it up, so you have a strong case, and so that you're 100% sure that the person who you're accusing putting before the court is definitely connected to the crime. So yes, you'll see more of this. Whenever we have issues of such, we try our best to be able to get further DNA analysis done. Thank you.
Yeah, I think okay. So thank you, Aji. My name is Melvin Jackson, and I refer for Spoon. So I'm concerned about the alleged sodomy case. You are still be corrected. He said he's currently no before the court. He was forwarded to court. My question is, did he admit it to the act before he been charged, and why is his process so speeded as compared to Brian McKay case?
Thank you. That's an excellent question. Mr. Jala denies the allegation, uh, and during the investigation, the difference between this case and the Brian McKay case, everything that we did, I think you heard me list all the steps we took here in the Brian McKay case. Everything we did could not connect or put Mr. McGill on the scene of the crime. From the whole analysis of the CCTV footage, the GPS locator, the cell phone analysis, the geospatial data analysis, everything, nothing put Mr. McGill anywhere near the alleged crime scene. In this case, we've been able to use the phone with the same methods, the GPS locator, the phone record analysis and everything, and we've been able to put Mr. Jala within the vicinity of the crime. They have witnesses who have also put the suspect in Mr. Jala's residence. So this is completely different. So we have a probable cause to arrest. Like I said here, Mr. Jala is innocent until proven guilty. But the reason why he's tried because there's a probable cause to try him at this point in time. That's the difference between the two cases. Thank you.
so with that, we call the press briefing to an end. Thanks for coming and happy New Year.
Thank you all.